January, Jamie, I was attending a convention down at the Hyatt here in St. Louis, and I'm walking towards the elevator, and right there sitting next to the elevator is Rashad Evans. Budweiser had him in town, and there couldn't be a nicer guy to meet in person. He may be a showboat when he's on air, but in person he was just really nice. Got to hang out with him a little bit at the bar later on, and just a real genuine guy. Have you ever had a chance to interview with him?
I have not had a chance to talk to him. I've not been the biggest Rashad fan throughout. I mean, I've been impressed by some of his performances, especially those against Forrest Griffin and Chuck Liddell, but he's always been one of the guys that, for me personally, is one of those, his persona rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah.
Whether he's completely opposite in person, I mean, a lot of people are. And right now, you know, I'm siding with him when it comes to the whole Rampage situation, which Rashad's now going to be likely facing Thiago Silva on the UFC 108 card on January 2nd, as Rampage won't be, has said he's quit and is not coming back, but he'll fight again. That fight will happen likely April maybe of 2010, maybe May. It probably won't get pushed out further than mid-2010. I think Rampage will be back. He'll be back for that payday. Him and Dana White will deal with whatever their issues are, and they'll get it figured out.
You think Evans will take out Silva in his fight?
That's a tough one. I mean, they're both great fighters, and they were undefeated until they ran up against Lyoto Machida. So, both of them had similar success against Machida.
Yeah.
In that they had none.
I would say Evans did a little better than.
That's a really good fight. I'm really excited for that one. That's a great fight between two guys who will likely keep it standing because, Silva's got a great ground game and can take people down. Rashad Evans has a great wrestling base and can keep it standing. So one of them's getting knocked out in that fight.
Yeah, I agree with that. And what do you think about Couture versus Vera?
The Couture-Vera fight, I think it's it's not the flashiest belt for Couture, it's not the most high profile, but they're putting him on Spike TV for the first time. Fans around the world fans in the U.S. and Canada and everything are going to get a chance to see Randy Couture for free on Spike TV, and that's something that, you know, people just haven't gotten to see live, or not live, but tape delayed like that. And it's a fight that can make Brandon Vera. I mean, he's got a chance now to live up to all the promise that he had in the heavyweight division, and then dropping down to light heavyweight. He can be an elite fighter. He just hasn't been. So it gives him a chance to show something, and it gives Couture a chance to fight a guy that is now, I believe, 3-1 in the light heavyweight division, and definitely one of the younger guys that Couture needs to get through if he wants to make a run at another title.
Hey Jamie, it's Jim. It just seems like Couture's in a spot now that everybody that fights him can be the guy that retires him.
Yeah, I mean, any of his next fights could be the last. I mean, he's got, I think, 6 more on his contract, but he'll maybe fight 2 or 3 of them unless he looks really impressive and takes care of guys quickly. Problem is, I don't see him doing that in the light heavyweight division because he's lost a couple of steps, and the guys in the light heavyweight division are a lot quicker than the guys in the heavyweight division. There's a reason he left light heavyweight in the first place. I mean, he retired because Liddell got the best of him twice and was a quicker, stronger, faster, harder-hitting fighter than in the last 2 fights. And Couture came back because he thought he could hang with the heavyweights in the UFC's heavyweight division at the time, which were very weak with Tim Sylvia on top. And it's just not the case anymore. So we'll see what he's got left against Vera, but I don't have high hopes for it.
No, that's a good fight. If he can keep from getting knocked out and can get on the inside, he's got a good chance, I would say.
Always.
Always, yeah, absolutely. And how about Top 10? Do you know what's lined up for this evening's show?
Well, it's going on right now. I'm not watching it until later tonight, but they were hyping maybe someone gets injured and Kimbo gets in. Right now, no idea who they're going to pick, but they were that's what the promos were all about. So
Kimbo really went from bad guy to hero, didn't he?
He's getting respect now because the thing is, he is what he is as a fighter, and that's not a very good mixed martial artist, plain and simple. He didn't look good against Roy Nelson. He got taken down in group 6 very easily and couldn't get out of it because he has zero ground game, and that's what it is. That's what it is with him, and that's what was known going into the season. But the thing is, he's not trying to say that he's the best fighter in the world. He's not being presented as the face of mixed martial arts. He's being presented as a humble guy who knows he's not the best, that is trying to learn and trying to get better, and people are going to respect him for that, and give him his fair due and his fair shake on this season. So
Jamie.
He's gained fans, but he's not going to be anything special as a fighter.
Jamie, what did you think of Roy Nelson's performance that night?
He did what he had to do to win. I mean, it's the first of 3 bouts you have to win to get to the finals, and you don't want to hurt yourself early on. We keep seeing this in every season. People are not looking great in their first bouts, even in victory, because they're trying to get. You've got to fight 3 fights in a 6-week span, so you can't get yourself hurt, you can't get yourself injured, and you got to do what you got to do to win. He knew he was better than Kimbo in just about every way, and he showed it. He did what he had to do.
Did you hear what they said afterwards? Is when he was celebrating, they were making fun of him for they act like he just did something really good performance, and it was such a terrible performance. I thought. I mean, I expected better out of him. I really thought his speed was better. I thought his conditioning was better. I thought everything was better about him. Was that? Do you follow his career?
I think he'll still show that he's better and that he's the best in the house. I mean, I think his second and third fights, if he gets past his second fight, will be much better than that Kimbo fight was. So,
Okay.
we just gotta wait and see what he does after that. But no, it wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything impressive at all.
Okay.
So,
Jamie, you're going to be able to join us next week?
absolutely, guys.
Excellent. We really appreciate it, Jamie.
Thanks,
Have a great
Jamie.
week, and we look forward to speaking with you next week.
All right.
Take care. That is Jamie Penicks from MMAtorch.com. You can catch him all week long, every day, making new comments on MMAtorch.com along with his co-staff. They do a great job over there.
Yeah, it's a huge site, and you can get it on your iPhone too, you said?
Yeah, I got it on my iPhone. I look at it every day.
There you go.
Shoot, I'm not asking good questions by accident.
Yeah, he keeps us up on what's going on, and he's got the inside scoop, and even like on stuff in Japan, so we can give the local flavor, and Jamie brings the national and international to the show, and he's a nice addition.
They have direct reports, but they also report on all the other MMA sites, and that's what's so cool about it. It's a real mix of everything.
There you go.
Sometimes, they're reporting what somebody else reports, and they let you know that's the case, and then when it becomes not true, they're the first ones to say, oops, that wasn't true. So.
And I tell you what, just the kind of events that went on all this last weekend, there were some really good fights. If all these people that sit at home and are casual fans and just watch it on TV, if they would get out and support any of the local shows out there, I mean, there's just a hotbed of good amateur talent.
Southern Impact 7 was excellent. I thought it was just
Fighters
a lot of
make it.
really good fights. A lot of fights, I think, made it past the first round. I'm
Yeah,
not sure
I mean,
how many, but several
a few
did.
more knockouts. What was exciting was there's a couple guys that turned around, they were losing and KO'd
Unbelievable.
their opponents. But, I say it again, I do the best I can in matchmaking, but it's the fighters that make it a great night. We're lucky that I'm able to deal with.
But you picked the fighters.
Well,
Yeah.
the best of my ability, but I'm able to deal with good gyms that got guys that are ready to fight.
But you picked the fighters.
Let's talk
Give
about
yourself some credit.
the
man.
fight
You
of the
did good.
night. Ground and Pound got to pick the fight of the night.
Yeah, we did.
And what was the organization that we?
FACT, which is Fighters Against Childhood Trauma.
Yeah, we need to get more information so we can pass that out to everybody.
We are going to be
Especially
helping
those
more
guys.
and supporting in that, but right now I know you can catch them on their MySpace page, and I believe they've got a regular fact.com, but we'll have more information on that coming up.
Essentially, what they do though is they help kids who have been through traumatic episodes with parents, with other adults, and they're there with them in court, kind of
Right.
holding their hands.
Exactly, they're just there to show support, they're not